blackboards made of recycled paper. Why can't you be like Malcolm? That's why. علماؤهم شر الناس ممن تحت أديم السماء من عندهم تخرج الفتنة وفيهم تعود. They would be the center, sources of the corruption and collapse of our society and civilization. That's your answer, Usman, but I'm going to be crucified now. The next question? Yes, guys?
Assalamu alaikum, Sheikh.
1 second. PBC 7143. You know what you have to do. PBC 7143, you know what you have to do. Yes, Laith is from?
UK?
Britain, yeah. He was one of the last on the train coming here.
MashaAllah, Sheikh. Commiserations to your speech. It was very good, MashaAllah, once again. Just wanted to clarify, really. A lot of us are going to go back to our countries, and we want to replicate or challenge people on a lot of the things that we've learned, especially the methodology and how you explain things. Many of us don't know Arabic, one person being myself. Does our foundation need to be in understanding the Arabic language in addition to support from your books for us to be able to justifiably, repeat exactly all the things we're learning? Do we have to build that foundation first, or is your books just sufficient and the English text sufficient to be able to articulate the message as you have to us?
My teacher of blessed memory, Maulana Fadlur Rahman Ansari Rahimahullah, spoke about different levels of understanding the Quran, the message of Islam. There's a basic level for the common people. But if you want to challenge the oppressor intellectually, you've got to rise higher than the basic level. You have to, at the highest level, you've got to probe. He calls it the probe level. Read that book, The Quranic Foundations and Structure of Muslim Society. The Malaysian edition, I think, is all sold out, but the Pakistani edition is at the back there. And it's a cheaper cost as well. He calls it the probe level. And if you want to study the religion at the probe level, to be able to discover the guidance in the Quran with which to understand the world that is unfolding around you today and to respond to it, then you'll need the Arabic language. There are pearls in the Quran, pearls. And you have to be guided to each pearl to discover it. And then in Maulana's inimitable description, you have to be able to bring the pearls together to make the necklace. He calls that the system of meaning of the subject. And I think it was on Thursday we talked about that methodology for study. But if you want to come to Trinidad, Maulana Siddiq Ahmad Nasir is back there, become his student. Next question.
Assalamu alaikum, Sheikh.
Which is this? Oh, Milad from Australia.
From Australia.
Oh no, he's Afghanistan really. Mm-hmm.
Sheikh, this is more of a comment and a question. I just personally, and I'm sure on behalf of the brothers, want to thank you, and just to make a note that I'm sure this message of yours is very hard for, like you said, for many people to accept, but maybe in family, maybe in community, but just I think you and as well as us have to recall what our Prophet ﷺ went through himself, the alienation, the years of just being left alone and looked at as something low. But in the end, haqq prevailed. And inshallah, this will happen with this as well. Secondly, Sheikh, just the second thing I want to make a note of is that we came here not knowing any of each other. And I'm talking about the younger brothers here. Like you said, we're all over the world, from Australia, England, here, there. But mashallah, the bond that we've created just in a few days, it's like we've known each other for years.
This is Yusuf from California next to you.
Yes. And alhamdulillah, I've noticed like in my own family and my own society, a lot of the older generation, they have many disputes and things over little things. And alhamdulillah, I don't see that as much as in our generation. And inshallah, it's us who are going to be the leaders, the frontiers of the Islamic revolution. However, I just want you, if you could give us some advice, some nasihat about what we should do, and something that should stick with us always, no matter where we are in the world, no matter who we're with, our brothers or non-brothers, what we should do to each other.
Number one. I like the question. Number one. apart from those things that Allah has made obligatory on you, apart from those things. Number one, recite Surah Al-Kahf on every day of Jummah, okay? Number two, start the Quran from this cover. Don't stop until you reach the other cover. And when you finish, start back again. And when you finish, start back again. Keep on reciting the Quran. Keep on reciting the Quran cover to cover. Cover to cover. At the beginning, you might take 3 months to finish it. But then you make 2 months and 1 month. I was a student in Egypt, and Ramadan came. And I'm in buses, and in Egypt you have to be an acrobat. Because you have 1 foot on the running board, and you're holding on for dear life, and the bus is going. And I saw people in the buses packed like sardine, and one hand is holding on for dear life, and 1 foot is hanging out, and he has the Quran and he's reciting. I said, what kind of people are these Egyptians? I never saw this in Trinidad. Mm-hmm. If you are true to the Quran will be true to you. Listen to the verse. You ask the question, I'm giving it to you. It is in Surah Al-Furqan. Take it home with you when you go to sleep tonight. بعد أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم وقال الرسول, and the messenger said, Ya Rab, oh my Lord. He's complaining. He's complaining about something, and he's complaining to his Lord, and he's complaining about us. Ya Rab, inna qawmi ittakhadhu hadha al-Qur'ana mahjura. My people have forsaken this Quran. So the first step to return to the Quran is to return to the recitation of the Quran. My mother could not read Arabic correctly, broken. My father died when I was 15, and she had all these orphan children. Sometimes no food in the house. And so she struggled. But in the night time when she put the children to sleep, Imran would see her sitting in the sitting room, all by herself, reciting the Quran. And her tears would be falling on the pages of the book. She could not understand what she was reading. No. But the Quran gave her strength, as the Quran can give you strength. And the Quran can give you light. And the Quran can be your source of wisdom and knowledge. And the Quran can protect you. You can make this dua that I make. Oh Allah, kindly bless me with the knowledge of the Quran, and the wisdom of the Quran, and the guidance of the Quran, and the nur, the light of the Quran, and the shifa, the healing of the Quran. And kindly grant that this Quran might be a friend, companion, protector for me in the life of this world, and at the moment of my death, and when I'm on my grave, and on Judgment Day. This is the beginning. This is the beginning. It is the Quran that will take us out of the mess in which we are today. But for that we need a new methodology, a new tafsir, a new usul al-tafsir to complement the usul al-tafsir that we've already had. We don't need to change that. We need to augment it. Any more questions?
Assalamu alaikum.
Assalam.
I'm Muhammad Abdul Ali Dawes from Jamaica.
Oh, yes, I remember your call.
I have a question. The question is, I've heard
Jamaica is to the north, close to Cuba. Yeah.
I've heard you mention of the association of the Jews and the Christians, and say that these are the people